Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
It's Mario. Welcome back. Quarantine looks like it's about over now. Thank goodness. So let's get into it. I want to talk about relationship pet peeves. My original concept for the video was gonna have some other little stuff popping in and there, here and there, but still working out the kinks on that. So we're just gonna run it smooth. So while it's fresh on my mind, pet peeves. So I got a male perspective the other day, which makes a lot of sense. Pet peeve is, so us women, some of us have a very hard time of letting go of control. So his thing is when he feels like he's not being heard by his partner, or, you know, they're not listening. So they want to literally never acknowledge what they do wrong. They kind of just pinpoint what you do still, kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, at my job, we teach kids how to seek first to understand, then to be understood. And I feel like that's the problem with most relationships, friendships, and romantic relationships. We're just listening to react. We're not listening to really fully understand what the other person is trying to say. So I definitely agree with him there. A pet peeve of mine, I can personally say, definitely the phone is a big one for me. Like, if you want me to be miserable, which is probably the only time I'm miserable, is communication. I love to communicate. I feel like communication can solve most problems that you can have in friendships, relationships, family members. You communicate, because too many times things are left to assumption. And a person like me who overthinks, my mind can go a mile a minute. I can put you in places and put you in different situations that really have nothing to do with what you were doing. Could be right home, laying down, sleep. And I can put you somewhere and put two and two together and put some little dots and roll with it. So this is where things get crazy. Or I'm the type of person, I'll just make the assumption that you just don't want to deal with me. And to me, that just drives me insane. Like, I don't want to be a bother to nobody. So when I feel like I'm bothering you, I shut down. And you're going to get a person that's going to back away, not deal with you, not talk to you, none of that. So, phone pet peeve. So it's like a 2-in-1. I don't like if I am texting you and I just feel like you're not responding to me, which goes into then I feel like I'm bothering you. Because if I'm saying, hey, what's up? Hey, good morning. Hope all is well. Hope you're okay. Then you hear nothing. You say, things are hurting, blah, 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 blah. Just anything. There's still nothing. And I get it. You could be busy, whatever. Okay, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours go by. And then it gets to the point where it's like, wow. No matter how busy you are, though, we have our phones in our hands almost all the time. The phone is either in front of you, next to you, in your hand, charging, not charging. Like, the phone, this is where I guess the invention of the phone was almost the worst invention possible, and social media. Because I then, and I can say, my exes can tell you this, girl, whoever can tell you this, anyone can tell you this. I literally will notice, okay, Instagram, because I'm on Instagram, especially now that we're on quarantine. I check my Instagram a lot sometimes once I'm not teaching. Yeah, if I notice that you're on and you're constantly on when I'm on, if I send you something, you can read it, but then I remember, wait, didn't I text you? But you didn't answer. Or if I see you could be posting, you're doing this, you're doing that, I'm like, oh, so you just didn't want to talk to me, you just didn't be bothered with me. And then already I'm annoyed, so I'm like, oh, and then you're gonna tell me, oh, you were busy. Busy doing what? You're on Instagram all day, just as long as I was. So what are we busy doing? So that's where the overthinking brain will come in. I just think you can easily say, yo, what's up? I don't feel like talking today, or I'm gonna be a little busy today in between, so I'm not going to be able to talk to you as much or whatever. Just a little heads up, I think, would be nice, because I really hate when I'm texting you and I see that you are on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp, because it just clearly shows you're not dealing with me. You're dealing with whoever else, talking to whoever else, you just not talking to me. Or I'm the type where if you can go all day without talking to me, why are we together? Like, I don't understand. Like, the first thing I do when I get up, I say good morning. The last thing I do before I go to sleep, I say good night. When I stop doing that, that's because I realize you're not doing the same for me. So I'm a reactive person. I can admit that. I don't know if it's a good thing, but very reactive. Also calling too, like you see the missed call notification on your phone. You could just acknowledge it at some point. Like even if it's a day later, just like, oh, dang, my bad. I missed your call. Oh my gosh, got caught up. Ownership, take accountability. I'm a big accountability person. We're not perfect people, but take accountability. Know that you messed up, like, oh snap, because I do it. I will have the text sitting in my phone ready to send, thought I sent it. And then I'm like, why you ain't texting back? And then I look, oop, didn't send. Or like, I'll forget that I was on the phone with somebody and I ignored a call, whatever. And I'm like, dang, I ain't call you back. My bad, I was on the phone with such and such. Time blew me. Like, simple. Take accountability. And then my next pet peeve, this I think annoys me the most. It's the actual dynamic within the relationship. And that's the friends portion. What I don't like, if I have a problem with something that a friend is doing, especially if this friend is a mutual friend, I should be able to come to you and just ask what's really up. Because that, to me, I'm very big on your friend shouldn't be doing certain things like that's deemed disrespectful. Like if I had a conversation with said friend and they bring it back to you, I'm gonna look at you sideways because I want to know why do they think they need to come running to you to tell you everything. Because that was a personal conversation I had with them. If they had a problem with the conversation that we had, they should have had it with me, not with you. I don't think your homegirls need to be calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like everybody knows booty call hours are from 12 a.m. and later. Like I'm a big respect person, and I guess because I would never do that to a friend, I would never do that to a partner, there's just certain things that I'm not gonna do. So that whole respect is a big thing for me, and that's gonna go into my next video because it's gonna be directed towards female friends. So drop in the comments some of your pet peeves, and then, you know, I don't know, maybe we can see if you're just as nuts as me. Well, thank you for coming to my page. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends to subscribe. I also want to shout out my little friends because they are my inspirations, I swear, for dealing with my craziness. Thank you to my fam. So I already know who the 16, well, most of the 16 who subscribe to me. Thank you guys for the continued support. Thank you for sharing my stuff. Thank you for giving me feedback. Thank you for my, I guess, newfound friend who invested in my videos. So yeah, I can't wait for bigger and better things because, you know, this is just the beginning. I did this all for fun, but who knows? I might make it go somewhere. Tay Marie out.